send my joy over the mountains. I send my joy over the sea. I send my joy into the heavens, and it returns to me. I send my peace over the mountains. I send my peace over the sea. I send my peace into the heavens, and it returns to me. We'll close with love. I send my love over the mountains. I send my love over the sea. I send my love into the heavens, and it returns to me. And it returns to me.
Thank you, Mark. Good morning. For those of you who don't know, I'm Jill Loving, licensed Unity teacher. Used to be with Unity Ed, and now. So good morning, and let's start with the Lord's Prayer. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts, as we forgive our debtors. And leave us not in temptation. Deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, ever. Okay, we have an announcement. We have a guest speaker, Monica Hart, Executive MBA Prayer and Chaplain, and a marketing has over 25 years as a real work practitioner, instructor, and certified leader. Monica is a founding member of Unity Center of Deliverance, served as prayer chaplain, coordinator, and president. Over 30 years ago, Monica was inspired by Reverend Love, Reverends Michael and Faith Moran, inspire her to on spiritual life centers and as a chaplain. She's committed to mindful and practice, daily meditation, journaling, marathon, and serving in forward to has to teach. Okay. Looking for someone to step up and coordinate our guest speakers each Sunday. Probably take you got 3 ready in place, so the hunt up, track down. If somebody could take that on. Our food pantry, of course, has had more than the usual requests, so if anyone has any cans and dried goods, find that they don't stay there. Make sure that you're getting your newsletter each. Although this month is a bit late, so don't panic yet. It's on. But if you don't get it by the end of February, let us know. Haven't got your email. Have it mailed to us. Address. Church is 5433, and the address is 2467 Veneman, and the zip code for Pesto is 53. Wonderful Jackie is still in the office 2 week, 10:30 to 12:30 days, and so you can then and drop off tithe, pantry, up your script, all kinds of things. or you can just chat and keep Jackie company. Okay, that's all announcements. Out of the way. Deep breath, daily word time. Sunday, January the 24th. Oneness. I am divine. Over the years, I have learned there's a spark of divinity. This divine spark binds us members of the family and deepens our awareness of. Today, my understanding of expands. My divine nature is so much more than a spark. It's my essence, who I truly am. I realize I don't have to rely on anything outside of myself for love, comfort, and guidance. Everything I could ever need, God is already mine and is expressing. My realization of oneness extends to all people, whom I now see as fellow divine beings. Freed from all illusion of separation, I am aware of the divine presence everywhere expressing through everyone. Are divine. John 17:21. That they may all be one, as you, Father, are in you, may they also be. Take those words to heart. They may all be one. You, Father, are in me. I am in you. May they also be. And so it is. Nation time. Isn't it? Never quite what's going to pop up there. There it is, Nancy. It's unity, as you know, is based upon prayer, and we have a prayer chaplain team. Give a little, and each week we receive the list, and each day we pray for the list. We everyone hold and expect, and so we know that that work is powerful, positive. I'll say it. My mind is steady, unwavering, spiritual growth, strength. That and here. Together. My mind is steady, unwavering in spiritual strength. And that's it from meditation.
I'm quiet. I'm calm. I'm at ease. In this moment, I invite you to settle in, resting in that chair, holding beautiful divine spirit. Together, let's breathe in that breath. It and exhaling love. Exhaling love to this community. Reverend Sharon, Reverend Marianne, and anyone that you are holding in your heart prayer this morning. Feel that breath that is breathed through you, which is God's divine love and essence. As that breath is naturally breathed through you, you are filled with gratitude. Our Unity co-founder called gratitude, thanksgiving, qualities of the soul, for the spirit, fullness, and appreciation. God of thankful hearts, I thank you. Heaven, listen and respond. Soul that is quickened into praise, thanksgiving. Praise is gratitude. As you feel opening and that sense of gratitude, bringing to mind any who is on your heart into this present moment, as we know that we are all one, God. And as you surround that beautiful person with your gratitude, know that gratitude is only expression of love, giving, receiving. So bring that beautiful person close. Feel the warmth, see their smile, hear their voice, see their eyes of their soul as you connect in gratitude, thankfulness of appreciation. Silence. In the zeal, faith, that if each word was thank you, that would be enough. But as we look for opportunities to give, show gratitude, love, we are open to that connection of our oneness with you, Spirit. That we are truly divine on this human journey. And that as we listen to our inner voice, that God, we are in gratitude, guided. We are filled with. We look for those opportunities where there is a cry for love. We allow God to connect us in those instances that creates that divine miracle. We allow God to use us as his instrument. Gratitude. We are only through that expression. And so this week we are grateful for the inauguration, change that Spirit has unfolded, the change in leadership. Lift new president, vice president in love, holding that consciousness, knowing that each of us are connected one, separate. So we say attitude, expression. So it is. It is absolutely my privilege to be here and serve you this morning. I am so grateful. As I was driving down, I listened to one of my favorite songstress, Ricky Byers. Don't know if any of you are familiar with her, but there's a CD that reminds me of who I am and that we are only here to serve and love. And I want you to know that how this unfolded, because everything is a God job, how we get connected. And Rev Sharon and I connected because I serve on the West Central Region prayer team. And some of these names may not be familiar to you, but Reverend Rich Carlini is the board chaplain for your West Central region. Well, Rev Rich Carlini, when I was the board president at Unity Center of Davis, I was part of the team, all the other beautiful board members that helped attract Rev Richard Carlini. And so he is now our part-time minister. So he said to me a few months ago, Monica, I would really like to invite you to be part of our prayer team for West Central Region. And I said, well, I've been praying about that. How can I give on a higher level to the community. So because I'm familiar with the Central Valley and I've done a lot of work down here, and because I was leading the team, I decided to choose Unity of Modesto on my list. And I am so grateful. So I want you to know that Rev Sharon is so grateful for each of her board members, her congregants, for Joni, Donna, who maintain the consciousness of energy and love for this space. And each of you here this morning, Jerry, look at these beautiful, beautiful decorations. No one wants to take them down. They're so beautiful. So everything is about gratitude. And so this morning, what I'd like to do is just spend a few minutes and explore heal with a spiritual serving of gratitude. So we're going to answer some questions this morning. What is gratitude? How does it feel? What stops us from feeling gratitude? What are the health benefits of practicing gratitude? How can we establish a daily practice of gratitude? Eric Butterworth, Spiritual Economics, he said, take a moment right now to engage in the experience of gratitude. No qualifications, no ifs or whens, just feel grateful when the spirit of thanksgiving floods your whole being with its healing warmth. Thessalonians, verse 5, says this, rejoice always, pray without ceasing, give thanks in all circumstances, for this is the will of God in Jesus for you. Deepak Chopra, no matter what the situation, close your eyes and think of things in your life you could be grateful for right now. Eckhart Tolle, gratitude is an essential part of being present. When you go deeply into the present, gratitude arises spontaneously. And as I mentioned in my meditation, Meister Eckhart, if the only prayer you ever say in your entire life is thank you, it will be enough. So I always believe that we get to teach what we most need to learn. And as I would tell some of my patients that I saw at Kaiser as a clinical chaplain, I'd say, you know, I'm a clinical chaplain because I need more training than anyone else. And I am so grateful that I get to share what gratitude is with you today. So about 6 years ago, I was introduced to an accelerated Earth School training class. And it was Dr. Robert Emmons. He's a UC Davis professor who is internationally known for his work on gratitude. And I have a couple of books up here that we can include, perhaps send out to everyone. One is called Thanks, and the other one is a 21-day, practice of really stepping into the truth of gratitude. So in November of 2019, I was invited to step into the clinical chaplain training program at Kaiser Permanente. I was so filled with joy to be able to serve in the emergency room, ICU. And I remember one gentleman that this really comes to the top of in my heart and my mind. About 85, and they brought him into emergency. They tried to resuscitate him for an hour. I was there with him. His wife could not afford bus fare to be there with him. And so I was there when they took him off life support and he took his last breath. And I have to tell you that the time that I spent a year at Kaiser, 40 hours a week, being there with families, absolutely accelerated my sense and being of gratitude. That is exactly what I needed to really learn how to show up and be grateful. So right after that, I found myself, COVID hit. It was about March. And I found myself feeling very disconnected because I wasn't able to be there and be that expression, or what I thought was the expression of gratitude, forgetting that I could be grateful wherever I am. So what is gratitude? Well, Myrtle Fillmore tells us that gratitude is recognizing our abundance, acknowledging it, and openly appreciating it by giving praise and thanks. It is knowing everything is a gift. Everything is a gift. Even challenges, heartache, bring opportunities for blessings. Gratitude is the spiritual practice of taking nothing for granted. Dr. Robert Emmons says gratitude, it's an attitude, it's an emotion, it's a feeling, it's a mood, a moral, a habit, a coping response. It's directed outward to the giver of gifts. So as you think about how does gratitude feel to you, think about these two stages. Become aware in this moment. First of all, there's an acknowledgement. There's an acknowledgement that you've received something, either by the presence, driving up to your beautiful Unity Church of Modesto and seeing the building, the beautiful landscaping, Joni, when I walked up, the flowers, the plants, and feeling that sense of I was just floating in a sacredness and an energy. And I had that feeling of love. I could feel the love when I drove in. So there's an acknowledgement, a presence, or perhaps when someone gives you a gift. How do you feel? Everything goes back to a feeling. There's also recognizing the source of this goodness. And it lies outside us. The object of gratitude is other directed. One can be grateful to other people, to God, to animals, but never to oneself. And so this morning I have my little fur baby with me, Caramel Louise Hart. And we're driving down, and she's looking at me like, Mom, where are we going? Like, this is really early. We don't get up this early. And so I'm sitting there and we're listening to Ricky Byers, and I'm leaning over and I'm saying, Carmi, Mommy is so grateful for you. I'm so grateful you're in the car with me riding down here. Thank you, thank you. Whatever you see, wherever you go, look for opportunities to be grateful. So I want you to take a moment right now and close your eyes and think of someone, something, your garden, whatever it is, just for a second, and think about, how does that make you feel? How does it make you feel? And think about some of these words: lightness, happiness, a sense of peace and contentment, unconditional love, ease, grace. So you can open your eyes. What is that feeling? There must be a feeling attached to gratitude, or really to anything that we do in life, because you see, that's what motivates us. That's what creates that passion. That's what creates that sense of love. That in every moment where there is an opportunity to show gratitude, it is an opportunity to give and receive love. So you see, a feeling of gratitude helps us to feel good and inspires us to do good. So what are those feelings that stop us from feeling grateful? Well, in Unity, we talk about the fact that we're divine beings in this bodysuit, on this human path, and we kind of get off, I'll speak for myself, into my ego illusion. I forget. I go to sleep. I forget. And things like COVID, I really had to practice coming back to my divineness and my oneness with God, knowing that I'm never alone. However, it was difficult for me. I think that silent unity knows my voice by now, because I call them all the time for prayer, or my chaplain prayer partners. Is it because we just take things for granted? That beautiful Joni has this beautiful garden out here. And this is the first time that I have seen the garden. And if it's your garden, are you able to walk out there in the morning and say, thank you? Thank you for blessing me with the colors, with the smells, with the hummingbirds. Or is it because we forget and separate from God, and we become stressed or focused on negative thoughts? That with every breath that you breathe, that breath that comes through your heart, if you can imagine and feel the warmth that it is gratitude, it is love. And is perhaps another reason for not feeling gratitude has to do with, do I deserve to feel grateful? We could go down that path, because that's all about self-love. Where is that level of self-love for you? If we're not filled up with that self-love, and after all, we're made in the likeness and image of God, we are pure love. And if we're feeling filled up with love, then we can certainly easily give love, give gratitude to others. My feeling of giving in love, I learned as I had to keep practicing and coming back to my divineness, was my sense of worthiness, of bringing value. Because for me, after my chaplain program, everything stopped. I wasn't seeing any of those patients. I felt like everything had just changed. What are the health benefits? Grateful people experience higher levels of positive emotions such as joy, enthusiasm, love, optimism. I was so excited driving down here that I get to see my granddaughter, Summer, and her boyfriend, my grandson, Travis. I am so excited to see people. I am so excited to see you and get a hug. So the benefits of practicing gratitude, we feel more loving, forgiving, and closer our oneness. We return and awaken to our divineness, which is made in the likeness and image of God. We are beautiful children of God. We're happier. In fact, in practicing gratitude, research has shown that we can add as much as 9 years to our life. It lowers blood pressure and improves the immune system, and we know this. We're unity students. We're unity students. We know how to show up and how to lower our stress levels and pain levels. In fact, Dr. Emmons says you practice for 21 days, and research shows that people become 25% happier. So how can we establish a practice of gratitude? Well, it's not about finding gratitude. It's about cultivating it through a daily practice. So you start each day with thoughts of what have I come here to be and do with my unique expression of divineness. So it may be starting in your prayer, meditation, being and setting that intention. We know that thoughts become actions, become reality. I will often say in my meditation in the morning, dear God, use me as an instrument of gratitude and love. Guide me, show me where you want me to be. Is it a phone call? Is it an email? Is it a thank you to the Amazon and UPS driver? Often I will say, thank you. Thank you for the work that you are doing. I'm a marathon and ultra marathon runner. And I want you to know that you can't put your shoes on and run 26.2 miles without practice. This gratitude is a spiritual muscle. It's a spiritual muscle. It becomes a habit. That when I'm in the dollar store and this cashier that's got a little baby at home, she's got a mask on, and I will turn to her and I will say, thank you for being here to serve me. Thank you. So you see, I'm constantly practicing. I'm remembering. I'm awakening to my divineness of giving and serving in love is gratitude. In fact, one of our congregants, John Duffy, taught me this 8 years ago. I would walk up to him and I'd say, "How you doing, John?" He'd say, "Well, I choose to be blessed and grateful." And so I want to give him credit for that. So wherever I go, and Summer, my granddaughter, knows this, she'll ask me on the phone, "How you doing, Nana?" I said, I'm blessed and grateful. I'm blessed and grateful. And it's really interesting, the response that you get from people. And usually it goes something like this. They will say, "Thank you. You were the first person today that has said something like that to me. Thank you for reminding that this is all that we have." So it's setting a goal. It's setting a goal and allowing Spirit to guide you to the highest and best expression of gratitude. So every day, Carmel, Louise, Hart, and Mom go out for a 5-mile run every day since March 15th. So Carmi, we call her Carmi, she's the love magnet. Carmi is only able to do 2 miles. So I have a jogger, upper body workout, does 2 miles, and I do the other 3 with her in the cart. Our intention is, before we go out, God, please use me, use us, connect us with these beautiful souls that are on the trail, with the ducks, with the squirrels. Please use me to be that instrument of love, of gratitude. So in last March, when I felt that I'd fallen asleep around the sense of, well, what am I doing with my life? I'm just stuck here in my home office. I can't go anywhere. I decided that I would volunteer. Something else you can do. So I went on the website for Sacramento and I came up with Salvation Army. Well, I've been packing food boxes once a week for 4.5 hours since last March. It fills me with so much gratitude to be able to place that box in someone's trunk and to be able to lean in the car and say, "I am blessed and grateful that you're here to pick up food to nourish your family. Thank you, and I look forward to seeing you next week." The other thing, holding the intention, setting a goal. I said, "Okay, God, Spirit, I really want to be doing things, more things in the community." So God said, "Okay, Monica, right." So the newest chaplain for the Salvation Army for the Northwest, for this 6-county region, Chaplain Chaz, was hired. And we did, at Arden Fair, we did the gift tags, hold the tag and buy gifts for the family. And he turned to me and he said, "Hey, Monica, how'd you like to do some Bible study with me, with recovering people?" Careful what you say, careful what you ask for. I'm asking for ways to show gratitude, and that is what I am currently doing. So many of you may be sitting here and you're going, "Look, Monica, I can't go out. Got masks on. I'm in that mature age group with you. And some of you are saying I have a friend, a chaplain friend that has diabetes. She cannot go out and serve. However, there are so many things that each of you could be doing by phone, virtually. So I did a little research for you. And you have something that's called Volunteer Match, and I'll leave this information for you. There's Modesto Gov. There's Stanislaus County volunteer opportunities. So a couple of things that I pulled off their site that are virtual. One is English tutoring for refugee women by phone, by Zoom. 6 cups of college mentoring. That's for first-generation college students. So just to give you an example of some of the ways, what we're finding, one of the boards that I served on for 7 years, my sister's house, domestic violence and trafficking for Asian Pacific Islander women. There is such a need for someone just to be able to make phone calls to people, seniors. So let me ask you this. How many of you have had the opportunity to pick up the phone and call each other as congregants? When was the last time you talked to someone who is your absolute, you miss seeing in the sanctuary, that you might want to pick up the phone and call them and let them know, Margaret, I just miss seeing you. I just want you to know I've been thinking about you. So if it's an email, sending a card, sending a note, it can also be just a silent thought, because you know there's no separation. We're all one. Gather those beautiful congregants into your heart. See them, feel them, and send them love and let them know how much you appreciate them. One of the things that I do each day before I go to sleep is I go through and do an inventory. First of all, I write in my journal what I'm grateful for, but before I go to sleep, I bring to mind every opportunity I've had to be able to express gratitude for the day. So let's summarize. Gratitude is an attitude we must cultivate. It's a feeling. It's a feeling of love. And are you feeling deep love for yourself, that oneness with Spirit? We know that gratitude will improve your health and give you higher levels of happiness, love, joy, and enthusiasm. And we can create a gratitude practice, sitting in that prayer and that meditation, quietly listening to God, whispering, letting us know how we can serve in gratitude. And so let's just take a moment to close. I live a life of gratitude. Let's breathe that in. Exhale. And see that gratitude, that flickering like butterflies, love going out to the world, to those precious relationships and friends colleagues, congregants that are so important to you, your family, your grandchildren, your fur babies. That in this moment, Spirit, I live a life of gratitude. Please show me, direct me, open up my heart to ease and grace, leading me, guiding me, so I may truly be that expression of my divineness, which is kindness and compassion, love, faith, goodness. And we thank you, God, for gratitude. And so it is. Amen.
Thank you so much, Monica. We're so grateful that you're here. Gratitude before me, gratitude behind me, gratitude to the left of me, gratitude to the right of me, gratitude above me, gratitude below me, gratitude within me, gratitude all around me. I'm so grateful. 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 Gratitude before me, gratitude behind me, gratitude to the left of me, gratitude to the right of me, gratitude above me, gratitude below me, gratitude within me, gratitude all around me. I'm so grateful. 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 I'm so grateful.
Thank you, Margaret. Perfect segue into offering time. The opportunity for you to show your gratitude. So take your love offerings in your hand. Breathe in and say, I offer to read prayer with me. Start it. Divine love, through me, blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. I am grateful. So there is a basket on the way out for you to drop off your gratitude to, and it will provide and all the good work it does every month. Get away, Margaret.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be, with God as creator, family all light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. And the presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well.